It's a brand new day. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Jill. This is the Road Report. Today we're talking about community. I've got a documentary I'm going to recommend to you. But first, we're going to take in a deep breath, hold it for 4, exhale for 4, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, this is my second-ish third take because the last one was too long. I cannot condense my thought process. So before we get started, we're going to talk about this idea of community. But community, remember, is just a bunch of individuals, and all we really have control over is ourselves. And one of the best ways to get control over yourself is, I like to talk about everything that you do in a 24-hour day really builds your life. How do you start your day? And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do these videos. That's how I start my day, is with some hot beverage. I'm trying to cut back on the coffee. There's bold on here, older, colder, and bolder. I used this cup as a way to kind of help get me through my fears and stresses when I was starting this journey over 6 years now. And so these videos aren't meant to light the world on fire. They're not meant for very many people. They're meant for thinking people who want to think new ideas into fruition. Not because they'll be achieved, but because there's nothing more important than just planting the seed of an idea within our world. That's what we're doing here. And with that, I am linking below a documentary. It's about a place called Holtsville in Alabama. It's a small town that had a lot of poverty. And when you watch it, and I encourage you to watch it, you'll see that these two guys worked really hard to bring the whole community forward in a more productive way. Now, the things that I want to tell you about it are too long. So what I'm going to say is that as you watch it, there's some highlights to think about. 1, how long it took. 2, how hard it was. And 3, the actual reason why they got rid of it is that systems are not the solution. There is no perfect system. There is no system that will work for everyone and in all time. Systems are in a constant state of evolution. They reflect who we are. In the same way that I say that systems don't make people, people make systems. And people are us, a bunch of individuals. This is my little community. I don't know about yours, but it takes us a while to work things out. And the number one problem I see in community is conflict. Now, in our situation, I'm in charge, but that doesn't work out in the real world, does it? And we've lost this ability to manage conflict. So I'm going to be talking about this some more, but the reason I just wanted to touch base as we close out this week is to really start thinking about how you handle conflict within yourself, within your family, and with others. My philosophy is if I don't like it, I get to drive away. There may be a day where I can't drive away, and that will require me to be able to deal better with conflict within the community. And even though I understand all this stuff, it's really hard. So this is just something to think about as we head into our weekend. How do you handle conflict, and what is your solution? You just have to look online and see what a problem it is. But that is not the way forward for all of us in our future. Uh-oh, somebody's ready to eat again. So we've got a lot more to talk about on this subject. And, we're all getting older. The world's getting colder. And so I like to think it's time to get bolder. That's what we're doing here, one idea at a time, one day at a time. So that's a bit of a wrap up here before your weekend. So I'm going to get this eventually. Let's take one more deep breath for the road as together we walk on Survival Road, where my goal is for us to both live free and die wild as we rise with the sun in our eyes, love in our hearts, strong feet on the ground. I think I got this end part reversed. And with that, we'll see you next time.